Hello.
Hello,
So my name's Curly. I'm a performance poet and hip hop artist, and this is
I'm Tanisha. I am a visual artist as well as an art teacher and a spoken word artist.
Boom. So we're looking at combining visual arts with the written art form as well and the spoken word. Uh, very, very important components for communicating ideas, thoughts, feelings. And what we're going to be centering on, as you all know, is Black history. So helping children to understand, comprehend and express their own thoughts and opinions based on hopefully what the project is going to help them to learn a little bit more about, and as a vehicle for them to also participate, engage and celebrate with us as well. So what we're looking to do as a stimulus is to produce a video that's going to be a collage depicting many, many hidden figures from Black history, who have contributed in medicine, science, inventions, business. So a whole melee of people, and we're going to have our wonderful Tanisha, who's going to produce this amazing masterpiece. Tanisha, what else is going to be on the masterpiece?
Okay, so in this masterpiece, rightly so put, it is going to be a masterpiece. We're going to have, like you said, key figures in Black history who contributed to modern day civilization. But we're going to video it. We're going to have some black sheet of paper over it as we pull away the paper. There's going to be words on the black sheet of paper, words like obscure. I forgot what else other words there were.
It's going to be ignorance, marginalization, known, overlooked, undervalued. So we're going to have this masterpiece depicting all these key figures who have contributed to modern civilization that initially are going to be covered over, maybe black paper, and these words are going to be over the top. And then what's going to happen in the video then? So we'll start off with that. People won't know there's a masterpiece underneath it. So we'll start off with this sheet of paper with these words on: ignorance, obscured, forgotten, ignored. And then gradually pieces will come away to reveal.
Yeah, and then the masterpiece will be revealed. But over the top of it, we're going to have some poetry over the top of it. So whilst the masterpiece is being revealed, you're going to hear poetry as well. That's in line with, Black history and celebrating Black inventors and inventions.
Absolutely. There's a lady called Jane Elliott. She's a staunch anti-racist, and she speaks about this quote that she that's normally shared of hers, which is the role of the educator is to lead people out of ignorance. So this piece is kind of like a metaphor for that. So the strips of the paper coming away with those words, ignorance, and that falling to the wayside to reveal these incredible contributions to modern civilization by Black people, such as the fire extinguisher, the gas mask, the first automated traffic light, Charles R. Drew, who in World War II devised the ways in which blood could be preserved, which led to the blood banks being possible, which saved hundreds and thousands of lives in World War II. So lots of things along those lines. Even the Super Soaker was invented by Lonnie Johnson, NASA inventor. So things like this is what the poem will tease out. The image itself, when it reveals, will depict, and then we'll invite young people to participate in this project using poetry and visual art. And do you want to speak a little bit about what we propose in that department?
Yeah, so because you threw a little quote in there, I'm going to throw a little quote in there as well. It's a quote by Picasso, and it said, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once that child grows up." So when it comes on to visual art sides of things, there's a lot of young people who believe they can't draw. So I want to break away that stigma and that barrier that they kind of put in their minds that they can't draw, and invite all young people to take part and once you can draw shapes, that's my basis in telling people that they can draw, because once you can do that in maths, you can cross over into art, and shapes make up the basis of any kind of drawing or artwork. So when it comes onto the visual art side of things, you know, we're going to run not just visual arts, we're going to create workshops, drop-in sessions for those throughout the project where you can come and get involved if you are struggling. And it's just about having fun, but also learning about your history and how it affects your everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely. Sense of identity and all those things. Very important for young people to feel anchored by something that they can be proud of, which is important for decision making. And the visual side as well lends itself to the writing side, you know, which is also important for that cathartic process of being able to articulate how you feel. And in that sense, if you're able to speak a little bit more, how you feel more confident, expressing yourself in a positive way, you're less likely for it to come out in a negative way, maybe through behavior choices. So lots of positives. The carrot at the end of this, as well as that journey, that sense of self, that sense of identity, understanding a bit more about heritage, and just being a bit more informed about the world and history in general. There's also the opportunity for the showcase, an anthology, an exhibition. So for celebrating the young people's participation in the project, and to also, you know, another nice little cherry on the cake is to also offer a nationally recognised certification in the form of an arts award. So there's all these benefits and fantastic outcomes. We've also got some names for the project, which we'll leave to our wonderful project lead to share with you.
We did bounce a few ideas off. There seem to be a few they like, so hopefully it should be a great name that we come up with for the project.
Yeah. So Tanisha, was there anything else you wanted to add?
No. Cut right here for a minute.
Cool. Well, thank you for your time.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll hopefully see you guys soon. So this is just a starting point. Great to have some feedback, see what you think, and yeah, we look forward to getting started one way or the other. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's important to realize that this is a project that it's all about you, how you interpret what we're putting out, how you respond to it, and you can respond to it through poetry or visual arts. It's kind of how it triggered you. Is triggered the right word? I feel like it's not.
Can be, yeah.
I feel like triggered is too big of a word.
Can be triggered, stimulated.
No, how it's inspired you. Yeah, so we cut that bit and then come back to this bit. So how it's inspired you to respond to what we've created through visual arts and poetry, and kind of just have fun with it, because I think that element always gets left out a little bit when it comes onto projects like these. It's all about having a bit of fun, but also about learning and understanding history.
Absolutely, yeah. Gives us all context for the present. And that being said, thank you very much for your time, Tanisha.
Thank you.
Nah, real pleasure. Okay, all the best, everyone. Bye for now.
Okay, bye.